Hey football fans, Christopher here on the channel, and it is spring game time here at Hayes High School. Varsity, the blue against the red in the annual blue-red scrimmage, and it is a traditional game tonight. They're not running plays scrimmage style. They've got referees out here. They'll run a traditional 12-minute clock. We'll see how many quarters they go, and they've divided the team up with red, go get it, red and blue. As I understand, the coaches divvied up the teams, and then the teams picked the coaches. So it should be a fun evening of football to give a little preview of what's to come this fall. So in the spirit of traditional football, captains at midfield. And Kai for the blue, and Ethan as well, along with Isaiah Bland, the offensive lineman, and quarterback Tacoma for the red, and they will decide who's kicking, who's receiving, and which end, and we'll get after it. Red team will receive first, back deep, number 5, Ian Stegall, and he is a returning starter and just a freshman. Also, Markel and Cohen with their heels on the 10-yard line. Wyatt DeLeon in the white jersey with a 17 on it, his number from last year, will kick for both squads. And if you were fortunate enough to watch the JV play last year, you saw a mighty right leg in the form of 17, and the job looks to be his this year at the varsity level. A big kick, and it's going to go to Cohen, and spreads the arms, fields it at the 7. Going to try the left side, got a little space, and then pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and red in decent starting position. Tacoma in the gun, and believe it's Ian next to him. He'll take the handoff and bounce to the left side. Off tackle, stutters the feet, and knocked down after the first down. So productive running from the red squad right out of the gate. Anchoring the defensive front for blue is Eric. Snap, and never got off the ground. Tacoma's got to make something out of nothing. Picks it up off the ground and scoots forward for about a yard and a half. Heads up play by 4, not the way that one was designed. Trey Ellis, also a freshman, checks into the backfield along with Ian. Play action, right side, looking for Markel. Got him on an out route and a big hit by the safety, number 7. And Ryder Grip making his early defensive presence known. Ian shifts sides, and so will Markel as he realigns to the left side. A wing back in the formation, high snap, give is to 5, and he had company on his body in the backfield, drags him forward for a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9. Cohen checks in for Miller, and they go trips to the left side, and they need 9 into blue territory. A better snap, still a little high, give is up the middle to 5, and he rumbles forward for another couple. On that second down stop was Almador playing that far outside linebacker position, I think. And a balance set for the offense this time. Tacoma checks things out. Shifts Ian to the right side, and he'll go out. Company, 88, wheels Tacoma around, uses his feet, finds some room, he's going to keep it all the way. Lowers a shoulder and delivers a big blow. Lays him out, but does not get the first down. So Silva, on the receiving end of that shot, does stop the first down from happening. And in fact, Tacoma steps out, and there's not much gain. So even though the hit was big, the productivity was not that great. Too far for DeLeon's leg on a field goal here, too close to punt. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Markel into the slot on the far side. Miller checks back in at tight end. 11:05 on the clock, a 12-minute quarter. Here comes 11 in motion. And it is going to be a fake jet sweep. A throwback to Miller on the screen. And 31 sticks him and wraps him up. It's a turnover on downs and Blues defense. And that's Max saying hello. So first viewing of the blue team. And it's Gibo handing off to Peach, and the wall collapses in front. But 6 finds room on the outside. And while we're bringing up JV games from last year, Peach owned much of the field as he was running anywhere he wanted. Would love to have a repeat performance this year, next year as a junior, but not much production, just a yard on that one. Ethan, Levi, and Albright down on the trip's right side. Solo at the top. Peach gonna try to pick up the block, does. Nice protection, Giba wheels out, has the out route, and that's Ethan on a 5-yard out. And after the yard they got on the first one, it's a 3rd and 4 situation. And that's Austin, number 10, playing that free safety spot, coming over to jar that offensive receiver. So 3rd and 5, Blue trying to keep the sticks moving. Red would like to repay the favor of the turnover on downs. And 2 in the backfield. Peach to the near side. And that's Ethan on the left side. Gibo wheels around, 20's there, grabs him, slings him down, and it's a sack. And a long 4th down coming. Hondo Estrada playing that defensive end spot. Credit with that tackle, and they force the punt. And I believe that's Joseph, who kicked for the JV squad last year, lined up to punt this one. He's the defensive end, and Cohen standing back with his heels on the 30-yard line, ready to field this one. 8:13 showing in this opening quarter. Ethan the up back, and he'll call the signal. It's a good snap. Joseph spirals the ball. Cohen fair catches, and muffs it. Does get back on it. Dangerous. That ball was too far out in front probably to mess with it. And a clap of the hands tells you that he knows so. The wind tonight is more right to left than anything, swirling a bit, a headwind to us across the field. Miller, a late arrival for this second offensive outing for Red. Spots the 40. And Markel jumps onto the line of scrimmage. And he gives to Ian, left side, stutter step, bounces out, puts a foot in the ground, goes north and south and has most of it, not all of it, just shy of midfield. It'll be 2nd and a little bit, I think. We'll see where the spot is. No, they're gonna call it a 1st down and move it. 57, Santi on the stop there, and like a jet missile, comes 8 right up the middle. And that's Joseph, who just punted that football, and he had plenty of those last year on the JV level, and they forgot to tag him. Red empties the backfield. Ian lines up in the Twins' left side here. Tacoma, lots of time, this time nearly a hold, and they did get the hold. So this is, almost caught by 84, but it would have come back anyway with the hold on the offensive tackle. Number 75 got that left arm around him. That was Max, the secondary man on the coverage. And so they'll re-go first here, 10 yards deep. Coach Elijah Gonzalez coordinating the offense for the Red tonight. And as I understand, he will be the OC this fall. I believe 2 years ago he was the OC under Coach Goad in his final term, and then took a break from the duties last year and will pick it back up this year. And a change of personnel in a big-time style here. Well, I'm missing something as the down marker says 4. They'd only played 1 of that series and had the hold. It would have been a replay of first, but it's certainly a punt showing here, and that may be Javi back deep for Blue to field this punt. Tacoma lined up at the 26-yard line to punt this one away. He's got a tailwind behind him, and so a good snap, a rocket actually, and a booming kick. It's going to be well over Javi's head, and a bounce that hangs up. 5 will field it. No, he'll call a fair catch and take it on the 6. And how about Tacoma flipping the field? So even though it's a game-style play here in a spring scrimmage, there's just the rights reserved to do whatever you like, to alter it however you want, which was the case on that last series. Backed up is the Blue offense with 3:33 to go in this opening quarter. Nobody drawing first blood yet. And Gibo stays at the helm. Fake to Peach. Let's go with this one. He's got 14 and a little stop route. And first man to him, I think, was 9 and 29 perhaps. Cleans up. And that was Leighton on the reception. Cole wearing that number for the tackler. So a first down, in fact, the first down of Blue this game, and throws off the mark. Gibo had company in his face and just couldn't release that ball in full form to get it out to Peach. So here comes 2nd and 10 from the left side hash. And company again, this ball loose and picked up and thundering down to the end zone. They're gonna say he broke the plane before the ball came out. Touchdown Red on the defensive turnover. And that was Cole, number 9, I think, scooping that ball. And first blood drawn by Red. So neither offense being the one to draw the first touchdown. It's the defense of red. Meanwhile, De Leon on for the PAT. He'll strike it from the 10-yard line. Clock does continue to run here on the extra point. Wouldn't ordinarily. A bit of a crosswind here, right to left for De Leon. Snap, hold down, kick up and good. And it's a 7-0 ball game. First time seeing De Leon kick this direction in the form of a kickoff, but the quarter horn blows and they'll obey it. So quarter 2 and the clock resets to 15 minutes. That must have been what it was all along, and it's a running clock. They're not stopping it for breaks, and so that's why it's at 15 and not the traditional 12. Well, so much for seeing De Leon kick with the wind. He's gonna kick against it again. Was hoping to see a touchback tonight, and we might still before it's all said and done. Meanwhile, Peach and Javi, the deep men. A minute ago it was Ethan and Javi, so Peach takes his spot with the lime green shoes on the 12-yard line. Awaiting the whistle. And the wind not crazy, but steady and brisk. And here comes the right foot of 17. And it's gonna find the right side hash, that's Javi. Catches on the 10, it's gonna try the far side of the field. Between the hashes, spun around and stuck at the 22. It was Hondo, first man to Javi, but it was help that actually cleaned up the tackle. Gibo remaining in the gun. Peach to his side, and here comes the snap. Handoff is to Peach and wrapped up in the backfield. It was the far side defensive end coming down the line, and that's 9 Cole again. He's made his share, perhaps the lion's share, of the tackles tonight for Red. Second and a long 9, maybe 9.5 even. Laden out here to the near side. Another handoff to Peach, gonna try the right side, and he splits the defense. And nearly got free, couldn't get through the secondary. And Crew filling his role and saving touchdowns, but Peach dangerous in the open field. Didn't quite get there then, but did get a first down, moves the chains just shy of the 40, blue in business. Crew is playing that Mike linebacker spot. 6 in the box. 3-step drop for Gibo. Left side, wants the out route and overthrows Jacob. And second down coming. So Tienda was looking to get his first reception, couldn't quite find it. And Luna, the center for Blue, a fine offensive lineman in his own right, got up a little ginger, it looked like, but seems to be okay as he resets. And Ethan joins the backfield. So 3 guys back there. Twins to the near side. Here comes the snap. Peach gets it on his hip. Tries the left side 9-hole. Outruns 21 to the edge and then found and taken out. And that's Ian. And they'll help the trainer up. And she's the right gal for the job. Ian playing that strong safety. You see him there just on the left edge of the screen. And a third and manageable for Blue as they're sniffing midfield, trying to respond to that defensive score earlier. Peach to Gibo's left. Play action to him. Out route and stepped in front of is the pick. Number 7 all the way to the house, and 2 defensive scores for Red. And the offense not having to work too hard with that. So Brad signs with a 45-yard pick 6, and De Leon to kick into the wind. And a couple, at least one player shy on this protection. It's the right side wing. They get him set up. And De Leon sticks this one through the uprights. A 14-0 spread, all Red from their defense. Javi and Peach back deep still for Blue, and the defensive return, or excuse me, the kickoff return, probably for both these squads, as I'm sure it's the same, is a 4-level deep setup. 4, 3, 2, and 2. This one's gonna be right to Javi again, but to the 5-yard line, a little deeper than the last time. Hunting his hole is 5, finds it a little bit, had a hand on the jersey from 3, but then made by Hondo again. And between him and Cole, they've probably got the majority. So more blue offense. It's been a hot minute since the red O has been on the field. And a delay of game called. It's a quarterback change for blue as Armani checks in at the helm. And it's going to be against the defense. And so it's not a traditional delay game. It's probably some kind of taunting. Usually when it's a delay game on the defense, it's because they're chit-chatting in a way that's causing the offense to jump or something. Whistles blow before the ball is set, so no play. A false start is the reason for it, and we're right back to the 1st and 10 spot. So spot the 35. Handoff Peach, 2-hole, and 57. That may be Kiefer riding him down, but he does take him for about 4. Jaden Gingro refers to Kiefer as a unit, as unto himself. And you saw a piece of it there. He's playing that right defensive end spot. Armani, 3-step drops. Got Peach out to the flare. Chooses to throw it downfield. He's got 3 and sniffs it in there. That's Ethan, and he's got a 1st down on the 48. Luis Gonzalez, the corner here on the near side, hadn't had a lot of action his way yet. Leighton is the man he's over the top of. 13. Armani rolls to his right. Throwing back across the grain and tipped away. It was in and out of the hands of number 10, Austin, who's already had some action earlier in the game with a tackle, but it surprised him and bounced off the shoulder pads, and blue lives to see another day. Armani was targeting Eli Coleman and just airmailed it a bit. He's got that wind behind him. A balance set from the right side hash. Peach still in the right side. Here comes blitz. Off the edge, and they're not going to get home. 13 being flushed out. Tucks it down, and Kiefer finds him from the backside. No gain, gets him at the line of scrimmage. Kiefer, after that hustle play, checks out for a breather. Meanwhile, 3rd and 10 the case. Armani has time, throws the screen, looking for Peach. Found him up the middle, but hung on to by 95. Wrapped up at the 45, but into red territory for a 4th and about 4 coming. Sal Morales on the tackling side of that one. Figured he'd better get Peach before he could get his speed up to danger level. So here comes 4th, and we'll call it 3 actually. And a give to 6, 8-hole. 21, couldn't make the tackle, and then 10, Austin Pendergrass finds him and handles business, and turnover on down again for red. So out of a 15-minute running clock, 2:44 shows, and it's the first time red has been on the field here in the 2nd quarter on the offensive side. And they've got a quad diamond here on the 50-yard line. Nobody with Tacoma, and I believe that's Gingro out there at the top. Tacoma, gonna throw to Cohen. It's backwards. Cohen has it. Puts a little move on, spins out of it, still moving forward, and then taken down after about a 7-yard pickup. And with the ball behind the line of scrimmage, it's about a 10-yard gain from him from the point of catch, and it's 2nd and manageable. So here comes 2nd and 2. Markel relocates to the narrow side. On the line, Jaden backs off, and Ian's gonna get it on the left side. Gets through the first tackle, puts a foot in the ground, north and south he goes. He's got the 1st and more, dragging the pile to the 32-yard line, and perhaps one of the better run plays for the red offense today. Santi checks in for 99, and a big stick there. They read the mail of the offensive play call and the timing, and that's Alex Silva showing up. A no huddle. Tacoma, high snap. Pulls it down, has time this time, decides to keep it. He's going to use his feet, and he's an athletic kid himself, and he runs untouched out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and it's a 1st down. So Javi, who's made his living in the game of football primarily on offense, now on defense, and he chases Tacoma out of bounds. 33 seconds showing in probably what's half number 1. And with a running clock, this may be the last one. The ball never gets up out of the air, but Tacoma scoops it up. Blue freezes for a minute. Tacoma looking for 11, underthrown, and they are going to say stop the clock. Coach Torres there in the backfield. 15 seconds remaining. It's a timeout is why it'll stop, and red wanted to take advantage of this opportunity. Abraham Ortiz, the intended target on that last play. Meanwhile, after the timeout, the election is to try to kick a field goal with De Leon. And so they're showing they trust him. This will be about a 39-yard attempt. If you've got a field goal kicker at any level, but especially the varsity one that you trust, boy, it's a weapon. Here comes the kick from De Leon from the left side hash. Snap good, hold good, right foot. Got enough juice on it and has it. And Wyatt good, and he is showing up for the special teams. So 17-0 here at the break. Red on the heels of 2 defensive scores and a special teams boot. De Leon hangs another one up left to right. Javi again on the receiving end, and they're gonna reverse it. Peach on the left side, but it did not fool Red's defense yet, though Peach showing some tough running and still on his feet moving and now cleaned up, but it took the whole defensive effort of the cover team to do it. And Blue in business at the 33-yard line. So not sure who we credit the tackle with, but we're gonna give it to TJ as he was the most influential. Meanwhile, a fresh first down with a brisk right to left wind. Running 15-minute clock here in the third. Blue got some room to make up, and Armani stays at the quarterback spot. Handoff is to Javi, so he is playing some offense now. Made his living, like I said earlier, in the backfield, in the slot. So Crew with the stick for that Red defense. And if you talk to some of the players who've been tackled by him, they'll tell you he's one of the hardest hitters on the Hayes defensive side of the ball. A longer second down, hadn't had a whole lot behind the sticks tonight. Armani looking to his left side, pulls it down, steps up, now drops one to 17, and a big stick by Austin, the free safety. That's Eli Coleman catching that ball just shy of the first down, but Austin gonna wind up with a starting spot if he's not careful. So third and just a couple to keep this drive moving. You see the offensive line communicating, calling their blocks and their coverages, and a bit of a drop back there in defensive coverage. Ethan on the reception, and 3, and the ball loose, and the ball still loose, and the Red defense coming up with it. It's another turnover, and the Red defense certainly the MVP of the game so far tonight. So it's Travion Ellis, the freshman, called up to play tonight, and he's been a running back in the program. In fact, he's part of that Wallace Middle School team who never lost a single game, and he may find himself involved in the fall. So with a short field, Tacoma and company take over. Ian in the backfield. They'll move the pocket to the right side. Eyes downfield, and lets one go, caught on the knees by the receiver, and that's Jaden Gingro, the 2-year starter. So one play, one first down, spot now just outside the 20-yard line, and they're gonna go heavy to the far side this time. Handoff, up the middle, Ian with a stutter step, splits the defense, and he's gonna score, and the first offensive touchdown now on the board, and it too belongs to Red, and this game turning into a rout here in the third quarter. De Leon back on to show his stuff. He's been perfect so far tonight, everything asked of him. Looking to make this one a 24-point spread. Low snap, skips on the ground, but Tacoma able to pick it up, put it down, and De Leon's got another one. Whistle blows to give De Leon permission to send this one down. It's gone to his right side every kickoff. That would be Javi. We'll see if he does it again, and he will. And it's actually gonna fall to the up back this time, and that's one. Moving to his right side across the field. 80 trying to track him down from the backside, and does get him. And 12 strung him out. Ty Albright, the returner, and it was his first return. 21, a late arrival, check in at the outside linebacker spot for Red. Gibo back in the game at the quarterback spot. Handoff to Peach, and he's looking to try to equal what Ian just did and got quite a bit there, but having to run a little tougher against that front 7 of the Red unis. We'll give Tyreek Marsh the stat for the tackle on that last one. 2nd and just a yard. A good first down start to get ahead of the chains here. Again, Peach, left side. This time he's got some room, and I doubt they'll catch him. 6 off to the races. 7 trying to track him down, but 6 shows his stuff, and Blue answers right back, and they strike and get on the board. 24-6, and Peach, you knew he was capable of it if he could just get free, and he did there in the form of about a 60-yard scamper. So Blue trying to get out of the hole here, line up to go for 2, and they've got a tight end in the ball game. Whistles blow, this may be a delay of game, and it will be, took too much time. Now we'll see if they still want to go for 2 or not. So play clock not turned on tonight in the form of the actual clock on the field, but they are calling it. So they will go for 2 again from about the 12-yard line this time. Formation remains the same. Layton out to the left, and it's a give to Peach up the middle, but 9, Cole finds him before damage can be done, so PAT is no good. We'll stick at 24-6. So De Leon kicking off from the right side this time, and we won't get to see him kick deep as it's a pooch kick. Handled clean by the up man, and driving for yards. They won't get much. Joe Martin, the receiver on that last kickoff, probably as surprised as we were. Tacoma hands off to Trey and sheds 2 tackles, and the third one, and 16 finds him, and he won't shed that, but he will carry the pile, and so the freshman showing his stuff. So second and just a couple. Tacoma with a 5-step drop, lots of time. Good looking pocket, throws over the top, and incomplete, looking for 80. It was 16 in coverage. 16. And it'll bring up third. So third and a little from just outside the 40 going in. Tacoma looked at Jaden for a minute, wanted to go deep. He's gonna tuck it and go, and tackled by, well, spun out. It was 8, Amador. But Tacoma may have gotten a couple extra, certainly enough to keep the chains moving at the 35. So fresh set of downs. Give to Trey. Left side, got a couple. So the defensive tackle, Marcus Torres, getting in on the tackling duties there. Second and long, Tacoma. Handoff to Trey again. He's going to try the right side, and then decides to go inside the tackle and stuck mid-level by 11. That's D-Rock. And he's another player who's played mostly offense, but making the switch to defense, it looks like. So Red using lots of downs, but continuing to keep the sticks moving. 37 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Another dose of Trey up the middle and spins. There's a face mask, and he gets the first down inside the 20. Aaron Looney, first man to spin Trey around, and he stays in the ball game. Meanwhile, we have an offensive guard on the left side, sub out for some fresh feet. Tacoma did not get the snap off before the horn sounds, and so we'll go to the other end and play one more quarter, I believe. So 15 minutes to show you the last bit of your spring stuff, and another give to Trey up the middle, and he makes something out of what looked like nothing. 95, the defensive tackle for Blue, first man to him, and he'll check out of the game momentarily. Okay. So Marcus, again, showing up back-to-back plays, and it was Amador who finished the duties. 2nd and 5, maybe 6. Travion in the backfield with Tacoma. Or excuse me, it's not Tacoma anymore. We've got a quarterback change and a false start on the offense. So the freshman, Tim Alvarado, in at quarterback. Tacoma's night may be done. And wanting to get a look at somebody else. 3-step drop from 6. And throws a prayer up, looking for 80, but connects with him. And he had traffic in his face. Not sure he had vision clean to the receiver on the drag route, but did find him with the end-over-end pass, and 80's on the stat sheet with the reception. So Wyatt Baccia, the safety, number 16 on the tackle, and he laid out a football last year to play basketball. Glad he's back because he's a force. Here comes third down. Travion up the middle, got some room down to the 5-yard line, got a lot of it back. But, oh, excuse me, it was a first down. I was looking at the wrong down marker. A 1st and goal coming. So Isaac Montevallo finishing the tackling up on Travion there. Travion gonna get a chance. No, it's a throw. Out to 80 again and missed it. And that ball was maybe going backwards. We'll see if it was. It would be out where it went out. But it doesn't look like they're gonna spot it there, so we'll call it a forward incomplete pass. Well, correction, it was a backwards pass, and they do spot it. About a 7-yard loss, and that ball just kind of got away from Alvarado there on that toss. 12:02 showing. Red trying to strike again and keep their lead comfortable. Cohen checks in the game with the near side slot. Markel, the slot on the other side. 6, looking for Cohen, and intercepted, thrown to the defense. That's Wyatt Baccia, we were just talking about him. He hits the gas, and Tim Alvarado, the quarterback, trying to track him down, dives for his legs and gets him, saving the touchdown on the pick 6. And how about the Blue defense showing up big, but there's a flag in the backfield. and it's going to be pass interference on the defense. It's coming back. So they call the penalty. I think it was Silva colliding with Cohen on that slant route, maybe a bit premature, probably debatable, but nevertheless, they are going to give Blue the ball, even with the penalty, so no return. But Blue and Armani throwing to Ethan, and hung on to by 23, Travis, and a timeout may be called. So 23 is Isaac, and he'll get credit for that tackle on the out route there. 2nd and 8 from inside the 10 for Blue. Leighton, the far receiver, out to the top. And motion from 4. Give to him on the jet sweep. Dips all the way back to the 1 yard line and cannot get out of the tackle. And he's dropped for a loss. And I think that was Ian Stegall coming up from the safety spot to have that TFL. So behind the sticks is the Blue offense. And Gibo with his feet in the end zone. And boy, Crew was on a jet mission up the middle on a blitz. And it would have been interesting to see if he would have gotten through untouched. Whistles blow before the play can get off. 7:47 showing. A 24-6 red ball game. Gibo a little deeper this time in the end zone. He has Ethan to his side, no Peach. And 3-step drop. Pocket collapses and they wrap him up and he gets out of there. The safety, I don't think, is going to be on. He gets back to the 1 yard line. How about Gibo churning to save a 2-point give up? So the punt team on, Joseph back out for Blue, and he's up against the boundary. And so the red defense could have easy access with not the full 15 yards on the snap. Clock moving at 6:46. Blue getting their personnel right for punt. And Cohen comes on to field it. Ian on the left side drops back as well. Snap to Joseph. It's a fake. He's going to keep it on the left side. He's got speed himself. Gets past the defense and steps out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he's out at the 9, and that's not enough to keep the sticks moving. So a short field for the red offense coming. A gutsy call for the Blue offense to call a fake punt buried in the end zone, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And here comes Tim Alvarado and company. Markel on the jet sweep, right side. North and south, and he's going to score. Touchdown red. Took one play, and one finds the end zone. De Leon back on for more action. And the win still right now. And the snap down and the kick through. 31 points for red. 2 defensive scores, 2 offensive scores, and De Leon's added field goal. Kickoff coverage team for red back on. And De Leon sticks this one back down deep, and we may get that touchback we wanted to see. We will. And that's what the right foot of 17 with a little wind help can do. Peach back on for the Blue offense. And Armani at the helm. High snap over his head, and he's got to get it and wheel back around to his right side. Being chased, and inbounds to the 18, so it's a loss of about 5, making something maybe out of nothing. So high snaps plaguing both sides tonight a bit, and that's certainly a correctable offense. Peach to the right side this time. Armani looks to his left. Tucks it, 99 there, turns him around. Armani back up and now loops outside. And Austin finds him upended. And Isaac, I believe, there as well. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Clock moves. 3rd down from the 20 for Blue. And they take their time with a moving clock. This might be it. Levi Larson in at the wing back to the right side. Peach right behind him and Armani in the gun. Moves to his right side. He's got Ethan on the out route. He's looking for him, and a great catch by Ethan, who turns around to catch a ball thrown behind him and makes a very athletic play. So 4th and 3, but it's all for naught as there's 15 seconds to go. Here comes Zero on the blitz, but picked up nicely. Armani's got time, lots of it. Lets it go over the left side. And caught again, this time by Ethan. So 2 catches in a row for number 3. Flips the field, but they won't get another play off. The horn sounds, and that's the wrap. A 31-6 victory for Red. Lots to be proud of, and some still to be worked on. And they've got a whole summer to do it before the fall, and we're looking forward to that. We'll see you guys then.